Hello everyone and welcome back to Grow Leafy. Today I've got the tower garden. Yes, I've got a tower garden that is outdoors. And we are going to be myth busting today. There's one particular myth I'm going to bust today real quick regarding growing on a tower garden outdoors. And then another thing you probably noticed, because I'm sure you didn't miss it because you're looking at the video, right? Is that there's holes. So we're going to talk about pest management, 3 typical pests that you would find on a tower garden. And we're going to harvest everything that I can possibly harvest on this tower garden. Let's go. Y'all, I have so much growing on this tower garden, from collard greens to kale, things going to seed, more kale. What else? Oh, herbs, which I harvested a ton and it's just bushing right back out. If you saw the video, I even pinched these and within, look at that, less than a week, they all grew back. And even what's hiding under here? Kohlrabi, just cabbage, just stuff like that, just stuff. I'm gonna go ahead and take this off. It just went to seed. It looks like it's one of the lettuce. I'm just gonna go ahead and lay that down here. But you can allow it to even go to seed and to save the seeds. I do that, but I do that with some other plants that I already have. But the main pest that I've been dealing with, number one has been slugs. I did find slugs in here, and that surprised me because, as you can see, this is not in the soil. This is hydroponic, and I was like, how do the slugs get up here? Well, let me tell you, those slugs, they sure know how to climb up. So they climbed up here and still got into it, and I was just quite amazed that that happened, but they did. So the slugs came up here and they got in. Now this is just a lack of nutrients. So the last time I refilled this up, I forgot to put in the nutrient solution. You have to do that or things like this will happen. But I grow hydroponically so much, and these plants, they're so resilient. I just need to add it back. I'm going to harvest it and then clean it up and then add back what needs to go into it. The nutrients, I mean. So yeah, so the slugs, that was one. And I'm just going to go ahead and harvest a little bit more so you can see. And I'm trying to see if I see any pests on here that I can show you. And like, I'm not seeing anything around here. Another big favorite that loves to come and eat the tower garden's salad bar is, I'm trying to see if there's anything on here, is the cabbage moth that loves to visit. That beautiful little white butterfly that flies around, that moth looking thing, it flies around. That thing looks pretty, but it will destroy your stuff. No, it won't destroy it. It will just send its, okay, yes, it will. Because it will eat it all up. It's not that it destroys it, it just eats it all up. And then there's nothing really for you to eat, right? And so they will come and then they will eat and send the cabbage worms. And so I've been dealing with that as well. So here's the big myth. I truly thought that my tower garden would not get attacked with pests like my garden that I have in the soil, my in-ground, well, in my raised beds, right? Was I ever wrong? Yes, your tower garden can get affected, of course, because it's a moth. So it's flying around and then laying the cabbage worm on here. And so that caused problems. So that's out of control. And then I haven't really harvested this in a long time, and so there's a lot of crowding that's going on that it's harder to spot certain things like that. And when you're growing a lot like this, you need to go ahead and clean it up. And I know I'm giving you this advice and I'm not following it right now. I've been spending time on my raised beds a lot and just doing a lot of other projects, but it's important to maintain it so that you're not dealing with this issue. Now, I should have never, which I know this because I grow hydroponically, but I never should have just let this happen. And that was from pure neglect. Okay, so this is what happens when you neglect your things. However, I can still harvest and eat a lot of this, even though, what was that? Even though there's a lot of holes in this. I mean, it's still good. It's still good. Nothing, it won't hurt you. With harvesting greens like this, because and if you want to know more about how I grow hydroponically, I will link in the video right here so that you can take a look at it. It's very helpful, and that's actually my favorite thing, is to grow indoors when it comes to greens, just because I'm not dealing with these pests. Another thing that I've seen on here before were aphids. And I was surprised to see the aphids up here, but you know, if you're growing outside, you are not exempt from being attacked from the pests. And no matter how high it is, they are coming and snacking on the salad bar on your tower garden. Some things that you can do is use an organic neem spray. That would be helpful to deter some of the pests as well, or pumping in some diatomaceous earth. Now I say pump it in because I have this little pump, and and you just pump it and it just shoots out the diatomaceous earth. Okay, you just want to wear a mask when you're using it, because that powder just goes everywhere. The diatomaceous earth just goes everywhere. And so you can spray that on top of it as well. And then now what I'm thinking of doing once I clear this all out is even putting a row cover over it, so at least the moth can't fly to it and lay whatever eggs, so that it's protected. And I'm going to do that once I clean it up. But once this grows, and that's the thing, once it grows, it's good to continue harvesting it throughout, right? You can cut it, come back again, cut it, come back again. But I wasn't doing that, obviously, because that's why the tower looks like this. But I'm going to keep going and taking this out and cleaning it up and getting ready for the harvest. But those are the three main things that I was dealing with, were cabbage moths, okay, so the cabbage worms, slugs, aphids. And just remember, it's a myth to believe that your hydroponics outside won't be attacked by pests. That's not true. I'm going to finish this up and then show you my harvest. It's dark outside, and luckily I have a little bit of lighting here on my driveway, so, but this is everything. This is everything. And it's still a wonderful big harvest. So I've got so many lush greens. Look at that, all that kale. Let me just show you it individually. Not like individual, one thing at a time. I just want you to see the bunch. Look how beautiful that is. Isn't that gorgeous? So I'm happy about that. And then the collards. Now there wasn't that much because the collards really got damaged a lot more. I think they really like the collards. But do you want to know something that was really interesting? Was that the greens that were laying on the basil herb were less touched. So we know that the basil mixed with that did some deterring. That's just my hypothesis. But I know that when you companion plant or plant with certain types of herbs, some things do deter some pests. But I'm pleased with this harvest. I'm going to have some great greens or great salads, whatever I'm going to do with this. And I just hope that you like this video. It was really casual, just really on the fly, just because I just need to get this done. And I just wanted you all to be a part of it. Okay, I care about you all very much. And I just really hope that you're learning something. If you have not subscribed to my channel, go ahead and do that. Go ahead and watch this next video that you see right here, because this will also really help you on your gardening journey. But remember to grow, eat, and self-care. Bye.